Yeah. What? Absolutely. Say it again, y'all.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this edition of wrestlerant HD. I'm your host, Angelo Demetrius. Oh boy, what a week in professional wrestling we have had. I'm talking, we have had a major week. If ever there were a reason for this show to exist, it's what happened this week. But I'm not going to get to that just yet. I'm going to dangle that carrot in front of you until you just sit there and drool right in front of your computer. Wipe that up. That's a little disgusting. Anyway, welcome to wrestlerant HD. We're going to have a good time here this week as we do every week. Now, fans, I'm going to get to a lot of things real soon, but I'm going to take my time getting there because I want to make sure that you get informed, you get entertained, and that you have time to call a friend, a neighbor, your mother, your father, the guy down the street you might not even like, and say, hey, watch wrestlerant HD with Angelo Demetrius. Alright, let's get right to it. How about this? Did you watch Monday Night Raw? Did you see Raw Roulette? Were you skeptical like me? And you thought, well, this is pretty good, but seems like it's rigged a little bit. I mean, isn't it just convenient that Booker T spins the wheel, and when he spins the wheel, it stops. Happens to stop right on the match that the wrestlers are going to have. Be it a tables match or a no disqualification match. Isn't it just too convenient? Well, I think it is. You see, like you, I believe that Raw Roulette was rigged. Nonetheless, it was still a pretty good show. Hey, I'm not going to totally knock it. After all, HBK's Shawn Michaels came back for one night. I enjoyed that, if nothing else. Thank you, Shawn Michaels, for coming back. We here at wrestlerant HD appreciate it, and I know the fans do as well. Now, fans, let's talk about this. The match between Sin Cara and Evan Bourne. Everybody was waiting for that match on what I call, personally, Cellular Monday. But because of the overlap in votes, that match never happened. But it finally did happen last week on Monday Night Raw. Sin Cara, Evan Bourne, going back and forth in the ring like we knew they would. Evan Bourne with this high-flying style. Sin Cara with this high-flying style. Bodies flying here, flying there, flying everywhere. Personally, I would have chosen Evan Bourne to win that match, but WWE felt like Sin Cara should have won that match. Which is odd because Sin Cara would later on go on to job to, what's his name? Let's see. Oh yeah, that guy that keeps asking for the World Heavyweight title shot, Christian. We'll get to him later. But let me say this. Hey, I may harp on Sin Cara because he can't speak or doesn't speak in the ring. But I'm sorry. A superstar like Sin Cara jobbing to Christian? Captain Charisma? Are you kidding me? Sin Cara is going to learn to speak. Hey, I rant about him every week. But let me tell you something. I at least know the guy is a little more talented than Captain Charisma. Well, at least he is now. Christian in his heyday would probably give Sin Cara a run for his money. But, as I said, they chose Sin Cara to win on Monday Night Raw against Evan Bourne. When I think of you, Evan Bourne, and I see you dressed in those clothes, I think of only one thing. Motor City! Da-da-da-da, Motor City! Sorry. Okay, moving right along. How about Mark Henry on Monday Night Raw? The Big Show got in the ring ready to take on his opponent in a steel cage, and all of a sudden comes the over 400-pound animal, the Madman, the world's strongest man, Mark Henry. I have never seen anything like that in professional wrestling in a long time. Mark Henry came out there full of rage. Every week they've cut a promo with him now that's been on fire. Oh, fans, you just knew that you knew Mark Henry was going to get somewhere. And then this week, he went against Randy Orton on Friday Night SmackDown. And all of a sudden, that stick of dynamite that was about to come to a crescendo and explode fizzled out. What happened, WWE? You were getting right behind Mark Henry. Now, I get it. You want Mark Henry and the Big Show to have a feud at Money in the Bank. I understand that. I'm all for that. I think these two massive behemoths ought to meet each other in that ring. Two brick walls colliding right into one another. Two great whales, however you want to say it, meeting in this vast ocean we know as professional wrestling. But let me say this. How much better would it be if Mark Henry were to get a world heavyweight title shot? Yeah, I think it's time. So, Money in the Bank. Mark Henry wins against the Big Show. WWE, I think it's time for you to consider putting a World Heavyweight Championship around the waist of a world's strongest man. Fans, this is WrestlerAnt HD. I'm your host, Angelo Demetrius. Don't you go anywhere. I'm going to keep you on the edge of your seat. Look, see the carrot? See the carrot? Anyway, I'm going to keep you right here where you ought to be, in front of WrestlerAnt HD. Ha 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 ha. Welcome back to WrestlerAnt HD. You're like me. You're a fan of professional wrestling, so you stuck around to find out what's going to happen next. Hey, we're professional wrestling junkies. It's what we do. Now let's talk about something that I've never talked about here before on professional wrestling. On WrestleRant, let's talk about Drew McIntyre. Let's talk about the Scottish-born chosen one. The one who was handpicked by Mr. McMahon. You know, Drew, I wouldn't brag about that too much. After all, boogers are handpicked too. And what happens to boogers? Well, they either get flung or wiped on a wall somewhere. They dry up, they get crusty, they're nasty looking. Anyway, Drew, the point is that it seems as of late you've been overlooked. Overlooked by WWE writing staff, management, and perhaps Mr. McMahon. Listen, WWE, if you really did handpick Drew McIntyre, if he's really chosen, well then I think it's about time that you put Drew McIntyre in the spot where he belongs. Drew McIntyre is deserving of a WWE title shot. John Cena can't always hold the WWE title. Randy Orton can't always hold the World Heavyweight Championship. Get behind Drew McIntyre again, WWE. Personally, I think he's a talent in the ring you can't afford to overlook. Let's keep WrestleRant HD going with R-Truth. R-Truth had every right to become the WWE champion at Capital Punishment. Did that happen? No. Back to WWE's golden boy, John Cena. R-Truth was denied by the WWE simply because they backed John Cena. No matter how talented John Cena's opponent is, no matter how great they are on the mic, skilled they are on the ring, WWE will always stand behind their cash cow, John Cena. R-Truth, I personally think you deserve that title around your waist. I personally think you should have had at least a 2-week run with that title. WWE did not think so. R-Truth, I don't know what to tell you, buddy. It's John Cena politics as usual, and that's the way the WWE works. How about Sheamus on Friday Night SmackDown? Sheamus, not to be denied, in the World Heavyweight Championship picture, stormed into that ring during the contract signing between Rated RKO, Randy Orton, and of course, Christian, no matter what you think, has had enough title shots. And I think Sheamus thinks so too. Sheamus running into that ring, destroying Randy Orton and Christian, made his point clear to the WWE staff writers and to the WWE Universe that he will not be denied. I think this is where the WWE staff writers need to get behind Sheamus. They need to get behind the Celtic Warrior and perhaps put the gold around his waist again, because even if he doesn't have the skills on the mic, he does have the ability in the ring. Okay, hey, his skills are at least better than, I don't know, Ezekiel Jackson. You didn't hear me say that here. All I'm saying is, Sheamus definitely deserves a shot at a World Heavyweight Championship. Okay, now let's get to it. Something that you've all been waiting for. Something I've been waiting to get to all week. CM Punk. Are you like me? Are you sitting there thinking? Were you sitting there thinking at the moment he did it? This is golden. This is it. CM Punk is going to be famous in professional wrestling for life. Yeah, I was thinking that. Hey, take the cape and the S off of John Cena and put it on CM Punk, the high priest of straight edge, the potentate of pureness in the ring. CM Punk did what no other professional wrestler dared to do. Tread on the WWE and Vince McMahon's ego. Now, did I agree with him saying that Triple H was a doofus and that Vince McMahon's daughter, Stephanie, was an idiot? Not really. Hey, when it comes to it, Triple H can't be too much of a doofus. He did marry the boss's daughter. And Stephanie can't be too much of an idiot. After all, CM Punk, you work for her, she doesn't work for you. But let me say this, sir. You are a pioneer. And you did more than just break the fourth wall. You broke ground. You did a lot of things that were no-nos in the WWE. And well, to me, that makes you a hero. CM Punk, I will never think less of you for doing what you did on Monday Night Raw, ever. And sir, I do watch the Ring of Honor, and I will be watching you. And fans, let me tell you, we need more great professional wrestlers to pick that microphone, to work that stick like CM Punk did. Hey WWE, this is wrestlerant. And if anybody has a right to rant, it's the wrestlers that work for you. CM Punk did just that. WWE suggestion for the future. Try not to deny some of your great talent just because they won't wear a suit. Well, that's it for this edition of WrestleRant HD with Angelo Demetrius. Fans, you can catch WrestleRant HD every week on YouTube.com and at ClickWrestle.com. For right now, I'm Angelo Demetrius. This has been WrestleRant HD. Goodbye, everybody.